everybody is ready. I don't know nobody that's not ready for their life to change, that's not ready for $1 million, that's not ready for something new, better. Always ready for it. Are you prepared and are you equipped? Those are the questions.
What's going on? You know what it is. You're listening to the Gender Amplified Sticky Podcast. Conversations about music, faith, and the drive to keep creating. I'm Ebonie Smith, the founder of Gender Amplified, a nonprofit organization that supports the advancement of women in music production. Together, we'll uncover the moments of faith and resilience that fuel artists to stay the course and make the music they're called to share. What going on?
Man, everything.
What happened? So we rolling?
Yeah, you guys approved the shots?
They look good. We both got beanies on.
I know, right? My hair ain't did.
Listen,
that's how you know
man,
bitch hair
I'm saying,
ain't did.
like, I cut my hair, and I just been in, like, the wilderness ever since.
But that's the most freeing.
It's so, but see, that's the catch.
Fucking feeling.
It's amazing. That's the catch. It's like,
It's too free.
it's great, but it's like then I don't know.
Cause you got to at least have enough to throw that bitch in a ponytail.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know what to do with it. Like, I just be throwing hats on. Like, I don't know. I'm so thankful because I've been in braids and dreads for 20 years.
Yeah.
So it's like my hair is like, let that
You can
coochie
feel
breathe.
your
Like, it's
head.
like literally relaxing.
yeah.
But at the same time, it's just like, what do I do? And then when you got something formal, it's really like I have some formal coming up in October, and I'm like, okay, what am I supposed to do?
Yeah.
I have to figure it out. So I'm gonna call my girl that was doing my braids, and I'm gonna be like, "What can you do for me?
No,
can you
seriously. How
can
much
you
hair
do
you got?
anything?"
And then just show her your head. You be like, listen. So I'm like, girl, you just got to moisturize that motherfucker.
I'm
like,
saying, I'm like out here asking perfect strangers about products.
No,
Anytime
but
I see like
hey,
somebody with some products,
I see you. I like how your shit shining like that.
Yeah.
How can I get my shit?
how can I get my shine on too?
Everybody, get you.
We slated. This is the Gender Amplified Podcast. Y'all know what it is. I want to thank you for joining us one more time. This is where we talk about music and faith, music production, what keeps people going. Sticky is short for stick-to-itiveness. What keeps people sticking to music, especially in a time like this? The AI done ate somebody. People are afraid. It's tariffs. It's all kind of stuff. All kind of things are threatening the music business. So what keeps people going? Is it deep-seated faith in self? Is it faith in God? Like what is it? So we're talking today to the incomparable Suni MF.
Chill.
Quickly becoming the go-to songwriter.
Right.
In our business, the people are saying, wait a minute, who this?
Yeah.
Most notable placement is Rich Baby Daddy.
Yes, sir.
Your line is the line. We got to let this coochie breathe.
It's the most important
That's your line.
Yes, indeed.
So one of the things I love about this podcast is we want to talk to folks like you who are not only making waves, but who have been at it so long. And you have stuck with it for so long. I want you to tell, first of all, I want to get into your story and your background. I want you to tell it because you're coming from Atlanta. You're out here in LA. It's been a grind for a long time. Your name is based on the Care Bears, the Gummy Bears.
I know the Gumby Bears, man. The Gummy Bears got before the Care Bears.
Before the Care Bears?
Yeah.
So I want to give you the floor just to kind of give us your bio as you would say it so the people know what's next.
What is
and what's now?
next? Who am I? Man, I am a child of God, number one. Sonny, man, my sister actually named me. I am named after the Gumby Bears. It was before the Care Bears. It was like it was Disney's first animated series too. So it's based off the Gummy Bears, the little bears
Like
we
the actual
eat.
edible bears.
Yeah, the ones we actually eat, So I mean, my mom was like, all right, told my sisters, like, okay, this is the last kid I'm gonna have, because I think she was getting over the fact my mama kept popping babies. You the firstborn, you probably like, yo, whoa. Slow it down. I was gonna be the only person here. So she was like, all right, listen, it's the last one. I'm gonna let you name her.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so
that's so sweet.
I know, right? Ain't the sweetest
That's
thing in the
real
world?
sweet, yeah.
So my mom was like, she took that and was like, all right, bet. You feel me? So she was like, it took her a while, probably like a week, and she came running up to us like, I got the baby name. She was like, what? She was like, Suni.
Okay.
So she was like, okay, where it come from? She was like, pretty much the gummy bear. Suni was the main character. She was a yellow bear. It's just crazy how it all come together, right? And she knew how to do everything. She could drive the plane. That's how she explained to my mom. She could do anything. She could drive the plane. She could fly the plane, drive the train. That's how my mama tells. So I know it's verbatim.
Right.
Drive the train. She's telling all the guys what to do. She's the main girl on there. So I was just like, all right. So my mom was like, okay, cool. Suni it is. Came out. Suni it is. You know what I mean? And I remember like when I first realized my name was Suni, it was like elementary school, you got to learn how to spell your name. And I was just like, man, I really appreciated my sister in that moment because I was like, this is an easy ass name. It was like, it felt like I was just like, it felt like I was drawn. It never felt like a name. So I remember I'm from the hood. I'm from Atlanta. It's on 4, West Side. I went to school. Shout out to my homegirl. We still Facebook friends. Zakisha. I'm like, yo, I remember thinking about her name versus my name. I'd be like, yo, I don't know if I'll be able. Yo, that's a lot of letters, my dog.
You staying late after class to figure out how to do this cursive Z.
Your name require a lot of brain power, man.
Yeah, like Zakisha. I had my homegirl was Zakia.
You feel me?
I wonder what she do. And I just remember all her sisters had Z names. No, it's Vakia. All they had V names.
Yeah, boy, hey, back in the day,
listen,
my girl, her name Brooklyn, and all of them got B names. I'm like, okay, and my brothers, their name. I would say, they the only ones who got the J names, and my mama J name. And I remember I growing up like, why? Because I was like, why my name not J name? My mom was like, what? Africa named you too. So I was like, okay, well, I ain't mad at that.
Right. So how many siblings do you have?
It's 4 in total. Africa, okay. She's no longer with us. She's evolved.
May she rest in peace.
And so Africa, Justice, Jordan, and me, Suni.
Okay. So the baby.
I'm the baby.
So all right. So now I got to stay on this topic. This always happens because I have my questions and then we got to stay on this topic of Suni. Now clearly it permeates your fashion. Like it's all up and through how you style yourself. I've always seen you in something Suni.
Yes,
something glowing.
Yes.
But also it speaks to this concept of faith because clearly your sister had faith in the fact that you could do anything and that you would shine and that you would go on to glow. So how has your name actually gotten you around? How has it helped you point your eyes on something in the future and go forward?
I think my name is I always loved my name because it just felt like me. Right. I just, even like who I am, who I present, mass presenting lesbian, it's like I don't have to have a stud name and a government name. It's the same name. And I always love that. You feel me? It's like when you wake up in the morning, the sun is the first thing you're going to see. I like to greet the days with joy, you know what I mean? So everybody always happy to see a new day. So I like to be I always want people to be happy to see me.
Right,
so,
I love that.
You know what I mean?
That.
So, I feel like even just outside of music, when I would go do job interviews and put in the application, Suni, they didn't know who the fuck was walking through that door. Yeah. So I feel like my name always played a great part of me. And then when I come in and present myself, it's just like icing on the cake. Because you never know what you was going to get. People used to think I was Asian because the way it's spelled.
Right.
Like a lot of jobs. Yeah. I had great jobs. And I felt like it was mainly because of my name. Right. And it was like, what is going to walk through this door? Don't know. Whole time, Black Dyke. Whoa. You know what I mean? But I always make sure I bring the light. It's like I can't have a name like Suni and not be. Even how I go through life now, I'm like, dang man, I wonder how my personality would be if it was a whole other name. Like names are very important. I was called Suni my whole life. I can't walk in here being moody, being all negative. It's just not.
Yeah.
It's like psychologically, it just won't line up. So I really appreciate the name because. I know a couple Britneys that's depressed and all just playing.
I know a Keisha that's moody.
It's a Keisha's that's going through stuff. But no, like Suni is just like, I don't even feel like it's a name. It's just a being. And I just feel like I embody that because it's, Yeah.
It makes, in a lot of ways, it just makes me feel like, and first of all, I'm cutting myself off because it's the MF at the end that also, when I see it, my brain goes FM. You know, so I'm always like, and sunny, and it's radio, and it's like perfect, you know. But that's just how my brain like mixes up letters. But like,
is he a little dyslexic?
But
you reading
just
shit backwards.
Just a tinge. I've never been diagnosed, but it might be a tinge.
Man, let me tell you, I read the way I see words is totally different the way it's supposed to be.
I
realized that. Yeah, I'm like, oh, okay,
I write backwards.
I think we all on the spectrum a little bit. I'm just too old to find out what part of the spectrum.
It's been working.
I'm just like, listen, hey man, shit. I can't wait to be one of them old folks. Like, I ain't moving out of my house. And I know a tornado coming. I ain't doing it. I'm taking me with it. He's like, I feel him afterwards. It's like, oh, if it's the end, Lord, let it be.
This house paid off.
Like,
we go stay
pay rent.
I'm not
Rent scared the hell out of me. I know it's scared older people.
I'm saying, like, it's just, hey, if it's been working for you, let it work.
Ooh,
let it be. Because I mean, I think. But back to your name, it's just like, I feel even the people that are thinking about producing names and maybe listening to this, it's like what you call yourself, even as, what would you say, like a pseudonym, it matters so much to project what you want to see and how you want to be perceived, you know? So let's get into the songwriting. When did that happen? And do you as a songwriter feel that you're kind of a producer? I know you vocal producing. There's no way you're not vocal producing.
I know, right? So it's like so many bags to get when you in that studio.
Right,
you just gotta put
like,
them hats on, like
do what you gotta do. Navigate. So when did the songwriting happen, and has it evolved into, you know, a desire to produce at some point? Or
definitely got a desire to produce. Songwriting, man, it can't. And like, I'm an artist first, so I've always been a songwriter.
Yeah.
I always wrote my own songs. And I think when you put that title of songwriter on it just make it seem like you're just writing for other people versus like when you artist, because every songwriter I know is an artist. And we just, you know, we got enough juice. The cup is runneth over. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so it's like, even like as of late, I've been approaching it more so songwriter business-wise because I'm having meetings with publishers and stuff. And then when I'm in the meetings, you know, I can play, you can literally, you know, play anything. We all talented. We all in the same field. So we all got some shit that can go for Chris. We all got some stuff that can go, you know what I mean? But what I realize is these people want to hear your stuff and what you add to the room versus it's like nowadays with identity is such like a floating thing. It's just like, what is this? What is that? I think it's just like a lot of songwriters forget, like, before you wanted to write for Chris, I use Chris because you know how, you know, everybody want to write for Chris. Everybody, I can't wait till I get my Chris placements. I can be like, what? I'm writing for Chris, but I ain't doing that. But you know what I mean? Like, it's just like, before we wanted to do that, we had our own stories to tell, not the stories we wanted to tell through Chris's lens. And even just to go back to when Chris and Kevin McCall was working together, it was Kevin's
era. The Deuces era. That was a good era.
But those, like, I don't know, but I think I seen a couple of interviews and everything he was saying, but those was like, you know, his songs, and Chris was a fan of his. Then that's how they got the whole fan of a fan whole thing. And it's just like, and that's true, because it's like, Chris don't want to hang out with no nigga who press playing every song sound like him. Like, bro, you weird, bro. Like, you know what I mean? That's like,
you low key a stalker.
Like, bro, who are you? Like, what stories are you, like, what you want to tell? So I think that's been like the biggest eye opener as a songwriter. But well, as a songwriter, if we're gonna put a title on it, because it's like at the end of the day, we're trying to get paid, I'm trying to get money, and boom, boom, boom. But I first got into it, like, as far as like moving the product of songs around the industry. I got my first placement. It was 2019? Yeah, and I think 2017 is when I really got my eyes open to like, oh, you can sell songs?
Yes, it's a lane.
You know what I mean? Oh, niggas buying songs. And it was, who was it? It was the homie, it was Ink. It was Blanco the Ear. In Atlanta, you know, at 12 Studios. I was kicking it with them, and they was just like, I remember Ink had just got her placement on Catfish. It was with Tamar Braxton, and everybody was in there just... Everybody celebrating, just seeing the name and the credits. Niggas, it was an actual CD. You know what I mean? The flipping through. So it was just like, dang, this is fire. Just because I write the songs, I don't have to be the vessel to, you know. So that would really help me. Because I remember she like, damn, bro, you need to fuck around, man. Get their money. And I'm just like, nah, man, these is my songs. This is my juice. This is my sauce. And you got to get past that too, because like that's what I'm like. As an artist, that's the artist speaking. Like, no, this is my. Versus the songwriter, it's just like I don't care who.
Yeah.
As long as it reaches who it needs to reach, tells the story it needs to. The story is being told. Yeah. So yeah, that's when I started Keke Palmer. I got my first placement with Sticks. And that's crazy. The name of the song is Sticky.
It was so crazy. I thought it was a typo. I hit Luna. I was like, Luna, we got to fix it. And I was like, oh no, this is actually called Sticky.
I love the word sticky too. I got a song I'm gonna drop this year called Sticky. I wrote another song one time called Sticky. Sticky is like it sticks. It sticks. It means so many different things. Shit can get sticky in a bad way or in a good way. It's just like the potato of words.
What I love about you, it's your command of like words. Like you can see words as flavors, like almost as like seasoning.
Yeah.
And I love the way you were like saying, telling stories. Yeah. I rarely hear songwriters say that. I rarely hear songwriters say, I have a lot of stories I want to tell.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if you feel this way, but sometimes it just kind of feels like a lot of people treat it like work.
Yeah.
Like what you trying to say? Okay, what you doing in your life? All right, cool. What they talking about on the internet? I put it in a song.
Exactly.
But you're talking about telling stories.
Telling a story.
And those are my favorite songs. Like songs where people are actually like recalling something.
Take me somewhere.
Take me on a journey.
You feel me? Take me somewhere back. I'm from an era where music videos told everything was telling a story. Eve, Love Is Blind, told the story of her homegirl. I don't like my homegirl nigga because he doing this to her.
Yeah.
That is a story. That is a movie. That is a few things. You feel what I'm saying? Versus like songs now, it's just like who could pop and talk the most shit. And it's just like, only time I usually talk shit when I'm about to fight. That's, you know what I mean? And then I ain't even no type of talking that nigga. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, and I watch more TV and movies than I listen to music. So even when I'm like, calling back to write. Sometimes I may think of a movie or the story or think of something now that I'm like healing. I can call back to, my even personal experiences versus just going from TV or, cause even like my first thing I wanted to do was theme songs for TV shows.
Really?
You know what I mean? Voiceovers, the soundtrack.
Oh, wow.
That's how I want to like really get my legacy soundtracks. I want to tell the story musically of the story visually. You know what I mean? So.
You know who I think did such a great job of that was always Ice Cube.
He a Gemini too.
I believe it. I don't know nothing about science, but that must mean something.
Man, Gemini, I love him. Yeah.
I mean, I know my sign. I'm a Libra.
Libra, okay, I fought with Libra.
My birthday is tomorrow, so it's
well, thank you for having me.
Away. No, thank you for coming. This is a birthday gift for me because just being able to kind of sit down with great folks and talk about music. But Ice Cube was the first person that I felt like had movies as songs.
Oh man!
And then he started making these cinematic music videos. Because today was a good day.
It took you. You took you through his day and what a good day looked like to Ice Cube from beginning to the end.
And it was still hellish.
And my
That's
boy was
the irony.
Good on a good day. Good day was still on some.
It was still a hellish day, but I just would watch that video and like the beat was so crazy. That Ozzy Brothers sample.
Yeah.
And it was just like what he was talking about was so wow. And it was just like, oh my God, this is Boys in the Hood, like a condensed
in a song
version of that.
Oh yeah, you hit it.
And it was Singleton fire as far as like the music video was concerned. And you just felt yourself absorbed. It's like literally one of the greatest songs. Yes. I mean, I could sit here all day and talk about songs.
No, it is for sure. Like
songs, records.
Yes.
Like in the genius of songwriting, the art form of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Now he's writing movies, so it makes sense. It's like when you can tell a story in 3 minutes, only difference is you stretching out the time and adding more characters, a little bit more detail and stuff like that. Like I'm looking forward to producing movies and TV and film. We in Hollywood, so it's like.
I mean, it's right there.
It's right.
And what's so funny is like I will come across all these Hollywood folks and they're just so impressed with the music industry.
Yeah, no.
And I'm just kind of like.
I'm like, it's ghetto here.
Y'all are good.
Like, y'all get paid
there's
all
this
time.
Infatuation with like. But I understand it because it is a heavenly art form. Mm-hmm. The people who have the ability to be musical conduits
yes.
for that spiritual energy, it is something very special about taking your hands and making something musical, whether it's taking your hands and writing lyrics, or taking your hands and playing an instrument.
Yeah.
People are mesmerized by that talent.
Yeah.
And it's the business that makes it janky.
Makes it
but
ghetto.
The
Yeah.
art of it
beautiful
is complete, because a filmmaker still need all this stuff to like get their point across.
Yo, I realized that because my girl is a screenwriter and I was bullying her. I was like, yo, you need to drop some shit. I'm from the mindset of an artist, like, you need to drop some stuff. What are we doing? Yeah, you need to drop. I'm owner. She was like, okay, babe, I'm gonna drop some. She write a script. I'm like, all right, we need to get it going. Like, Man, I ain't realized all the
stuff.
shit that come with that. I'm thinking if I want to drop something, I go to the studio. You know what I mean? Record it, boom, I can drop it on DSPs, boom, I'm done. It was so many meanings. It was so much. I was like, I had to apologize to her in the middle where I was like, I'm so sorry I bullied you. I didn't realize all the work and the people involved that you know what I mean, got to tap to even get it going. So yeah, it's totally different.
I mean, it's that's why Hollywood can be still so gatekept in a way that the music industry can't be. Yeah. Because you cannot police all these kids with laptops.
But I don't know now, man. Now
it.
access has been granted.
Oh yeah, it's over. It's over. Like, it's literally, I'm shooting some content on Monday just about how musicians can utilize music generative software to keep doing what they do.
Yeah.
Because to me, all it does is really enhance. You know, it's the lid is off. The top is off of it all. Like, you got to get in really where you fit in now, because honestly, there is no door that can stay closed long enough with all these folk with laptops and phones. Yeah. It's just really, really over. So, oh man. So, but let's, in terms of conversation, I want to talk a little bit more about faith, right? So, how did you grow up? Did you grow up in church? Like, am I going to see pictures of little ruffle socks and bows and like?
Nah, not really.
Like,
not really.
Story there.
Like, let me see. Now, we would go to church, but I didn't grow up in church. You know, it was like every Sunday we got to go to church. Like, got to get up, boom, boom, boom. She wasn't playing that. My mom, she was more so like God, you know what I mean? But church, just so she was single mom, getting us there back and forth, no car. It was a lot. So she was just like, preach God is real. Just be, good person, good and bad exists in this world. Make sure you on the good side. So, but let me see. My stepfather, though, he was a PK. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And his grandfather, who raised him, was a preacher, notable preacher on Bankhead, West Side, had a church right on Donnelly Highway. You know what I mean? So it's just like, I'm like, where can we go with this faith, man? I've seen so much in these last month. It's just like, it definitely shaped what faith is to me and what it, what it means, and standing on the right side of, especially out here. It's stuff out here you're going to see, and it's not even out here. I ain't going to say out here, because it'll meet you wherever you at.
That's
true. You know what I'm saying? So it met me at home in Atlanta. But it's like, all right, you just got to stay prayed up, protected. But did not grow up in church, but we definitely went from time, like Easter, you got to go, boom, boom. Funerals, of course, you go for that. But I would say the biggest presence would have to be my stepfather's grandfather, just growing up in his house. You know what I mean? Just now that I'm older, I was able to just realize and just see things totally different. So yeah.
Yeah. When you say staying prayed up, how does that manifest itself today for you?
Oh man, it manifests itself so beautifully, because I've always believed in God, but sometimes you gotta meet some stuff to know. You gotta pick a side. You feel what I'm saying? So, dang, my bad. What was the question?
I said, how does prayer manifest itself for you today?
Man, I talk to God every day, every day, not asking, just thankful, praying for other people, myself, just family, friends. I was walking down the street and I see somebody that I know needs some prayer, I must stop to myself. You know what I mean? So it manifests in such a beautiful way, because it's just, you need it. You know what I mean? You need it when it's just, the devil lurks in confusion. You have to whatever side, just like the devil's working hard all day. So it's like, you got to work harder. And it's not just because I was talking to my homies. Like I said, I went back home. I seen some things, man. It changed me for the better, though. And just like, you just got to get your people together, too. Just like the devil's getting their people together, the good is getting their people together as well. So, yeah, man, I stay prayed up every day, man.
I love that. I love that.
For sure. It's just like, man, I just see shit totally different. Just possession is a real thing. Like, I can go there now. I can, you know what I mean? It's just like, even on movies, like, I love Hollywood.
You done seen some possessions out here?
Man, oh my God.
Okay.
Sure. We see it more often than we think we see it. It's just other names for it. It's like, you know what I mean? It's depression. It's, you know what I mean? The devil lurks in so many things, and it wants your mind, your identity, it just takes from you. So it's just like, yeah, it don't look like how on a horror movie. That's Hollywood. They over exaggerate everything. But yeah, like they clone Tyrone. That's real life possession. That's what that was really about. Like, so addiction. I feel like all
addiction is certainly.
You feel what I'm saying? Like the devil is dwelling in all of these words. And there's so many words that just take you away from what it really is, I feel like.
Yeah, so. And just to speak on addiction, I feel like there's a lot of addiction that we don't recognize.
I didn't realize I was surrounded by people that was addicts until I really looked and was like, oh, this is not normal. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, so yeah, for sure.
I heard a definition, kind of like a layman's definition of an addiction is anything you worship more than God.
Yes, indeed.
Anything you worship, every day you got to get up, you got to have it. It becomes your religion.
Yes, indeed.
And I say all the time, people have things they do religiously. There's no such thing as a person who's not religious.
Yes.
Everybody is religious about something. If you get up and brush your teeth, you religious.
Exactly, yeah.
If you take a shower every day, you religious.
You're religious,
You
yes.
do something religiously. The question is what?
The question is
what? What tends to determine your life and the fabric of your life and where it is going.
And honestly, so
it's okay. So we got to get back to some of this music.
I gotta get back to the music.
We gotta get back.
You take me down that road.
But listen, that's what this podcast is for, right? Because it's not a lot of people who are looking at folks like you and getting the tea. Yeah. That's really the tea. Like the tea, folks look at folks like you and they go, well, how do I get there? Let me write down the steps. You write 10 songs a day, you do this, you do that. Sometimes it's what you don't do.
Yes.
That what gets you.
And then sometimes you can't get what you think you want, things you put in such high regard until you remember that is just that. You know what I'm saying? Now, my life and everything that's going on, all the blessings that's coming in, I understand now why it took so long. What I've been preaching lately is like, everybody is ready. I don't know nobody that's not ready for their life to change, that's not ready for $1 million, that's not ready for something new, better, always ready for it. Are you prepared and are you equipped? Those are the questions. Like, was I prepared for everything I thought I wanted back then? No. That's why it didn't happen. Now I'm getting everything I ever wanted because it's like, I'm not attached to it. I don't really care for the man's reward. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, I appreciate getting my accolades and feeling validated and vindicated in these spaces, and people's finally seeing what I always knew and what me and God always knew, and also God's plans. That part is beautiful. But as far as I'm not in the part where I'm gonna get stuck in that. I also know I'm just pouring into the legacy of music. I don't even really care. This is, you know what I mean? Like my story, my ego, great, cool, great. But I'm just a vessel, you know what I mean? It's just like, I'm here to pour into the legacy of music and make sure good people are around, make great music for people to vibe and listen to and just feel something of versus just, oh man, my story got to get told but on this platform by this. It's just, I don't care about none of that no more. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? It's just about the legacy. And most likely, I feel like all this probably happened for probably one of my great nieces in the future. Like, God giving them a clear slate. You feel what I'm saying? It's like, you think stuff for you, but it's like, nah, I think it's I know it's way deeper than me, but so, yeah.
I think that's one of the things I love about listening to you talk and on interviews, because I remember you said on a panel I saw you on last weekend, you said, I was reaching out to music supervisors and I sent a couple of my tracks and like a bunch of tracks by my homies.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And somebody's going to get it.
Somebody going to get it win,
It may not be intended for me.
Yeah.
It might be intended for somebody else. There's a selflessness to your grind, which is a form of faith, mind you.
Yes,
like that is, it takes a lot of faith and a lot of conviction to say, I can actually just like shoot the dime here. I can pass a dime to somebody else. Like I can assist somebody.
Yeah.
And that's my shot too.
Yeah, yeah.
Like that's just as good as I got the two.
Just as good.
You know, so walk the viewers through that psychology. Like how are you mentally preparing yourself to think that way? Or has it just always been a characteristic of yours?
I think it's always been a characteristic, even just growing up being the youngest in the house. I remember I've just always been this way. I've always like wanted everybody to go. I still want everybody to go. I be hating when they're like, everybody can't go, because it is true. Everybody can't go, unfortunately. But even when I was a kid, I remember one time my dad gave me some money because I'm the youngest and I'm the girls. He always used to slide me, son. But I'm like, we're going to the candle lady. And he gave it to me at once, and it was $3 exactly. And it was three of us, me and my two brothers, and I gave them $1 too. And I was like, I told you to get it. And I was like, nah. And I felt tried because they was like, yes, Daddy did tell. Because I knew they was not going to, if they had three, that three was for me.
Yeah,
it's a wrap.
Yeah, right.
And I was like, nah, I'm just splitting it with y'all because it's like, it's three of us, it might as well. You get $1, I get $1, you know what I mean? Type. Now that I think about it, he probably did get them $1 and some money, and they just pocket mine, boy. You feel me? That's messed up. But you know what? A quote came to me too. It was like, because I had wrote it down on my board. I was like, ooh, that's a bar. It was like the youngest, because everybody always talk stuff about the youngest. Like, it's like the best thing about the youngest, we don't have the responsibility to lead. We choose to lead. So I think it's just beauty within that. Like, I never had to lead nothing. I was the baby. I could just exist and get everything I ever wanted as the youngest kid. But it's like, I always still wanted to lead the way. It's like every youngest kid always wanted to be one of the youngest siblings. You know what I mean? It's like you always want. So I've just always been community. I always just knew it was power in that. Yeah. So
your power in leadership.
Yeah,
so
power in leadership, power in bringing people together. Because just like we all need each other at the end of the day. So we just can't use each other. I say utilize. I like, don't use me, but utilize me. God is already using me.
Yeah.
Utilize me for whatever, you know what I mean? But yeah.
I love that. I think on some levels, like I always felt the youngest was the toughest position. Because I'm someone who doesn't have any siblings. So it was always just me and everything I ever wanted. Yeah. You know? It's always been my world. Yeah. You know? So I always kind of felt like, oh man, it's tough. You the bottom of the barrel. But you're showing like just a whole nother psychology around it, which is like there is power in growing into leadership and electing to lead others.
Yeah. Like you talk to an older sibling, somebody's the oldest, they be like, ugh. I had to be the mother. And I was like, I feel it. But youngest is like, hey, it's a choice.
It's a choice.
It's a choice, man.
That's crazy. So let's get back to BMI. I want to make sure we give the adequate flowers. You just won an award for Songwriter of the Year.
No, not yet. That's it's coming. That's coming. It was for Rich Baby.
Speaking it.
I like that.
For Rich Baby Daddy, by Drake and Sexy Red and SZA.
Yes.
Your famous line, "Let that coochie breathe." Got the whole world speaking and talking. I want to talk a little bit about how that record came along. And it took a long time for it to come out. And you didn't even know that it was out.
Man, listen.
Let's talk about that, what that does to your faith when you realize, oh, wow, something just incredible happened to me and I wasn't even expecting it. It's just a Tuesday and it turned into Christmas.
Man, honestly. And man, it just goes back to that faith and believing in yourself for sure. Cause I got that off of me writing the song No Panties for Sexy Red for Issa Rae's show, Rap Shit. Mm-hmm. So, you know, I just felt so good about that record, bro. I remember sitting there, Snacks was making a beat, and I was sitting there, and I was already, this is like the second day of the camp, and I was already feeling good. And I was like, all right, I already made like 3 songs, and they loved those songs already. So I was like, all right, cool. And then they moved me into the bigger room the next day, so that's when I knew. Like, it was really like moving on up each day.
Right.
So I remember I was on the couch, he was making the beat, and I was just sitting there, and I was like, it was the first song I did that day too, and I was like, what's the wildest shit I can say that'll get Issa and every woman amped up? You know what I mean? Like, what's the wildest that I can say? Like, what is the wildest? I remember sitting there thinking, like, how can I pop this song off? And Issa it's just undeniable. Then I ain't got no panties on, gotta let that coochie breathe. That shit was came to my mind. I was like, all right, man, I think
that works.
I think we got something. Because Issa's just known for, like, I watch Insecure, and I started really getting into her when I moved out here, and it made me really understand the type of music that she and her music supervisor was into, what they like. And I was like, man. And even just to even go back to that, like, the whole story with this is so long, but it's so beautiful. It's just a testament. Like, I sent the music supervisor a DM.
Right.
On Instagram.
The Insecure music.
To, you know, send some music. And I think I got to go back and see what all I said. It was a long message because I was like, yo, we're going to work together. I was just giving my whole spiel. I'm very social on social media. It's like, if they right there, I'm DMing, right there. So the first song I had wrote when I moved out here was called Easy Money, but that was for me and my artist self. So I was like, man, this song just, I made that song because I was watching Insecure, and I was like, man, I got to get this song on Insecure. On the 5th season, it was the final season. And I was just like, it just goes so well with the new janitor position she has. Like, she making money, trying to figure life out. So I had sent that. No, yeah, I made that song. Like I said, I wanted to get that on Insecure. So boom, 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 everything trickled down. Insecure over, didn't get it on Insecure. That's when I, reached out. Did I reach out before? I don't know when, but that's when the music supervisor reached out to me and was like, that's when I sent my song and all the homie song, and they picked my shit. And that's when I be like starred on fucking Rap Shit. And it was just like, damn, all this from a DM. And then that, just all of that came from the DM. Then you go to the writer camp, then you go to BMI. It's just like, even when I made the song at the camp, I told him, I was like, it feels so good. I said in the email, I thought I was crazy. I was like, yo, Drake gonna get on this.
Oh, that's crazy. You put it in the email?
I said in the email.
You wrote that?
I wrote it.
Oh my God.
I wrote it down. That's why everything with this whole thing just be like, man. That's why I just let go. I surrender to it all now.
Why, like, oh my goodness, like, but it's a point of faith, man, connected to another point of faith, man. Because you know how many people would stop themselves without. Do you know how many people, first of all, don't even think to just DM folks? Yes, number one. Why? Because they don't think people are gonna answer.
That's why.
I do it all the time.
I will DM.
They don't think people are going to answer. And it's like, there's faith there. Mm-hmm. Then there's faith in sending all your homies music and somebody else, nine didn't pick your stuff. Yeah. Then there's faith in just going to the camp, hustling day after day in the camp. Yeah. And then the faith that it took to put it out. Like, I didn't know, you didn't say the whole part about you said Drake was going to get on it.
Well, I thought I went crazy. I thought it was a dream when everybody was like, oh shit, Rich Baby Daddy, boo, boo, boo. And then I was like, because I felt, bruh, Drake, one of my favorite rappers.
Yeah, for sure.
You feel what I'm saying? And I was just like, I felt him, man. I just felt him on that motherfucking song. I felt his energy. And what happened? And then when then Rich Baby Daddy came with Sexy, I was like, oh man, it's lit. You know what I'm saying? It's lit. And I had to go back to the email. I was like, am I tripping? And I was like, wow, sight beyond sight, baby. Sight beyond sight.
But this is a thing too. We spent a lot of time talking about Rich Baby Daddy. Rich Baby Daddy is not your first song. Mm-hmm. It won't be your last song.
Not at all. Yeah.
How many songs did it take for you to get to Rich Baby Daddy? How many songs you think you did before you got there?
Oh, dang.
Oof. The fact that you can't answer it is enough.
I can't even.
It's probably over 1,000, probably, right?
Definitely over a rack.
So there's this conversation of sticking to it. When you have sticking to it when you haven't had the placements.
Yeah.
Sticking to it when you're still figuring your sound out. Because that's, I think, the first part, especially for producers. Because there's so many lanes a producer can get in, and it's so much confusion. At least as a songwriter, you know you're not about to write stuff that you can't sing and you can't perform. So that kind of like helps you dwindle down. But like as a producer, it can get so confused. Like what even do I make? So that can take a long time, just sticking through the process of honing your own craft.
Definitely. Then
the process of hustling your music, because you made all that happen. Like there's nobody that's gonna do it. Where's my camera? There's nobody that's gonna do it.
Honestly.
Nobody's gonna do it.
Nobody is gonna do the work.
Nobody's gonna help you.
Don't even trust anyone to do the work and business for you. Honestly.
You do all this work.
Yeah.
And now you're getting the accolades, the respect, the phone calls, the publishing meetings, and it's all on your own terms.
Man, it's beautiful.
Right.
Yes.
You know, that's the dream situation. Yeah. Everybody wants, like, it's on my terms.
Yes.
Like you calling me.
You feel me?
You know, so talk us through a little bit of the business side of things, faith in business, what is teaching you. Because we could talk about great songs all day, but nothing happens without the paperwork. Man, like literally nothing.
Yeah, I'm completely independent. Never been signed, nothing. So the business, man. When I first came out here to LA, that's when I realized, oh, okay, this is the music business. This is it. Now Atlanta, we got it going out there. We got the rap, we got R&B and stuff. But this out here was different. Got the movie studios. You can all the pop stars. You got the rock stars. It's just all the genres. So it's just like whoa. So just. Man, honestly, me even coming out here was just all faith, man. I came out here in 2020, pandemic, in the thick of
vibes.
it. You feel what I'm saying? I was I was auditioning for Rhythm and Flow. Yeah, crazy, right? So I was so in my mind, I was already
on Netflix.
Netflix, exactly. Yeah. So it was like doing the audition stuff, and I was like, in my mind, I was already gonna be here. Then COVID happened. Everything stopped. I was like. I just knew I was finna be up out of here. You know what I mean? I was like, "Ooh, I'm finna go on Rhythm and Flow. I'm competition queen. On rap stuff, I always win. I always win the competition on some rap shit every time. So I was like, "Oh man, this is gonna take me through the." You hear me? But now that shit stopped, pandemic, and I was just like, "Dang." Although Atlanta was open, it still shut down for a bit. Like studios and people kind of scrambling around, didn't really know what to do. The clubs had shut down. I remember. I was like, dang, I think this is the end of the world. You know, this is before all my faith. This is when I had all my faith in me. And before I was like, you know what I mean? This is when I just thought it was all on me. And I was like, you know, I'm that nigga. It's regardless. And then my brother was hella woke. So he still woke. And I was. I put him in past tense. My boy's still out here tired. So
still
like
fighting a good fight.
You feel what I'm saying? We need soldiers like him out there, man. So what happened? And he been woke for so long. You feel what I'm saying? So he was always like, oh man, nah, this world gonna end, industry evil, da da da. I'm like, man, shut up, ain't nobody hearing that. I just thought he was capping down. Then when all this happened with Trump and the pandemic, I was like, damn, this nigga was right all these years. So I was like, man, I told my mama, I was like, man.
You thought it was the rapture? No.
Yeah, oh God, I did. Oh God, I was like, yo, this nigga's right, man. He been right all these years. I've been shooting him down for years, probably like 7 to 10 years. This nigga trying to be, you know, woke like this is coming on in. Then my mom, what helped me realize he would cap was my mom was like, oh, she was like, they've been saying the world gonna end since I was a kid. And I was just like, oh, this marketing. I was like, oh, okay, cool. This is marketing. They've been saying that shit since you was a kid. And I'm like, you 70. It's obviously a lie. But then when that happened, I was like, oh,
maybe
okay.
It is.
I was like, oh shit, I ain't never seen nothing like this. I think we all had a moment. You know what I mean?
I think we all had a because when the older people were like, I've never seen it like this. I was like, whoa. Don't say that. Don't say that.
I told my mama.
Say you have seen it.
You feel me? It was like, nah, they seen some stuff. So it was very scary times. So I told my mama, I was like, man, listen, we all finna die. I'm dying in LA. That was my words verbatim. She was
I'm dying with good weather.
Like, go ahead,
and
baby.
Beaches.
No, sis. She was like, do your thing, baby. I believe in you. I said, all right, cool. So boom. Man, it's the best decision I ever made, man. God has been carrying me through in so many ways, so many days. Just like I said, coming out here let me know what the music business was. And I met Esther Dean when I came out here. We all know who Esther is. You know what I mean?
Who is she? No, we know. We are the GOAT of
the
GOATs.
GOAT hit maker.
Just go and look it up. The greatest to do it.
And just overall an amazing woman. And she was really taught me the game, boy. She taught me the game. And it's nice. She wasn't even trying to teach me the game. She was just like, hey, like I was just in her DM just like trying to shoot her some content. She was looking for a videographer. My camera got me in so many rooms, a lot of places. That's why I got my first placement. Yeah, that was my hustle. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like coming with the camera and I'm pretty talented in other things. So what happened? She was looking for content, for like somebody to shoot like her stuff as well as the artist she was working with. So I was just like, we just end up connecting. Like that's like one of my best friends to this day. And she just taught me so much of the game, and it just having me around her while she moving and shaking in the game. Cause she was just like, I don't really know what to tell you. And which is true. It's like, I can tell you like, oh, you need to do this, you need to do that, but it's really up to you and God. You know what I mean? Whatever it's gonna look like for you. But she just had me around while she was doing all these great things with Barbie and doing voiceovers with Central Park and Apple TV and Disney. It was just like, and when it was an opportunity to input me in something, she did it. And because the hardest thing is honestly getting into the system. Getting in, you know what I mean? Getting in HBO's payroll. Because once you in the system, they like, all right, we might as well keep you in because it's like we don't got time to add a whole other body to the system. It's like they do got time, but it's like you got to be trusted too. Like they ain't just adding anybody. It's still, that's why you say still you know what I mean? Still a lot of gatekeeping within that. So man, and then I end up writing an original song for Central Park. Man, for Apple TV. And man, that's something I always wanted to do since I was a kid. Like I said, I watched TV. I wanted to like do theme songs and soundtracks. So when I was able to do like something for an animated series, it was just like, man, I said, got that check, framed on my wall to this day. You know what I mean? 30 racks. Pow, just for writing. 60-second rap.
Oh, that's crazy. I mean, the work is out here.
It's here. And
in television and film, I mean, it's fair. It's
here. It's just getting in. That's the hardest part, getting in. But you have to add value. You can't just, and that's just with everything too, every aspect. You can't just be like, what can I get out of this situation? You have to add to it. And that's what business is in general. It's just like even when you sign, I feel like if you sign, when artists sign to the labels, right? It's like the label got their songwriters already, and then the artist is fine. I'm sure they can write their own songs, but at the end of the day, this is a business transaction. What are we getting from signing you? We have to have our producers and our writers work on this album because it's just the business of what, as a label, as a conglomerate, we got to be happy, feel a part. That's what I realized. You got to feel a part. Even when you send songs back, a lot of with TV and film, it's like, you can send it off one go, but there's going to be some notes. It's always gonna be notes, because you produce. Like when you do the TV and film shit, it's gonna be notes. It's gonna be take this because they need to feel a part too. And what I've been noticing too with a lot of label meetings, and I'm playing something in the A&R, I'll be like, "Oh, I like that. Maybe you switched it to because they want to feel a part." Yeah. At the end of the day, and who am I to be like, "No, you can't feel a part." If this is a whole team thing with making music for the people, I'm always like, I like to co-write because it's like if we making music for the people, let's involve the people.
We need the people.
Bring me like some more writers in here so we can bring our brains together. I hate when all the pressure on me. That's when I feel like I can't write. It'd be like, yo, what the fuck? Y'all expecting me to come out here with a hit? I'm just goddamn, I don't know. You know what I mean?
You gotta bounce off somebody.
Yeah, you feel me? I love to bounce off. Even if it's just me and a producer, I'm like, yo, what's on your mind? What word you heard when you was making that beat? Like, what story? I always ask, like, what story you hear? Like, what story you think we should tell? That's what I always ask.
Like, what story you think we should tell?
Oh, what the hell are we? What story? What the hell are we telling? I hate when I'm in a session, they just like rhyming words. I'm like, what the hell? What are we saying?
Man, I could say so much to that because what the first thing that comes to mind is what the Halle Berry. Oh God! Like that's the first thing that comes to mind because I'm just like, ain't no way he came up with that by himself.
Yes, no, seriously.
Like there had to be somebody you bouncing that off of. That was just too good.
It was too good.
It was too good.
It could have all been him. It could have just been a conversation. The best sessions when you had that long conversation where you feel like you ain't gonna have enough time to make a hit record. Because y'all done spent so much talking.
Goofing off.
Then goofing off. And then when you goofing off, you get the amazing idea. That shit just happened. Every great session, that's when I'd be like, oh. You'd be like, oh, put that on that's it right there. So, yeah.
I had to, coming from New York, I had to learn that about Los Angeles.
Yeah, to hang
because
out.
Because I would come out here and I'd be like, these folk, they don't smoke 5 hours. Like, I thought we was gone. But then, that last 10 minutes will be the record.
Come on. And he'd be like, it really don't take that long to make a...
It's like the most productive, unproductive city I've ever been in my life. It's like, how y'all really be getting it done? Y'all gonna get it done.
Cause you say New York, right?
I came from New York.
So it's like straight shooters
New
with
York
y'all.
is just,
we got a lot of fluff. Yeah.
And I had to learn as an engineer. I mean, I'm coming from the engineering side of it. So we have to be sober and we have to be on point and we have to be on time and after people leave. And, but it's, what I realize is it takes all of that relating. Like the songwriters have to relate. The producers have to relate. Like that, you need something to galvanize people. Like what is actually going to make people care?
Honestly.
And it's always the most kind of like mundane, like everyday, very simple things. And it can if you sitting around like beating your head against the wall trying to figure, it's never gonna happen. Yes,
honestly.
It's never gonna happen. It's like the magic, it's like the alchemy of like being in those rooms.
It is, and it's it made me, the couple of sessions I've been doing lately, it made me respect A&Rs and the panel I did. I always respected them, but it made me respect music supervisors more too, because it's like you just see. Because sometimes everybody work look easy until you really
try to do it
or just see how they do it, how they speak, the language they use when they like describe music, what they like. I realize music supervisors, they're not listening to music, they hear it. They hear it way differently.
Well, expound.
Like, I mean, when it was like one part of the panel where we was playing other people's music and they was telling us, telling them what they think of it, like where it could fit. And just explaining what the song. It felt like AI prompt. You'd be like,
okay. You know what? That is
the way
what it feels
like. I was like, dang. I was like, oh, she's wearing those 3 decades of being in the music industry in her mind. You know what I mean? Because you can, like, what? I would never thought to, describe a song like that. Like, whoa. But A&R is just the science of putting people together in a session and just hoping it works. Like, not even hoping. I feel like some A&Rs know. Versus some A&Rs be like, oh yeah, that's a fire ride, just put them in the session. Something to happen. Yeah. Versus some A&Rs, you could tell they really like, okay, Suni, like A&R working with, I can tell she really thinking about me. You know what I mean? And what I bring to a room and who could benefit with me in the room, and will these people even get along in the room? You know what I mean? I could tell she really is thinking about all of that. It's deeper than just sticking talented people in the room. Because like talented people don't mean we all gonna vibe and get it. You know what I mean? And songwriting sessions can be so, sometimes if you're not on that, it's like sometimes you could be in a session and it'd be like competition. You could tell somebody trying to have the best melody versus we all coming together. They coming in here trying to show you why they the best songwriter versus like us coming together and make a hit record, or somebody that want to come in a session and just to work fast and get as many done as possible versus the people that just want to make a one solid quality hit record versus just giving this A&R 10 songs that don't mean shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's just I'm just really, because I still feel like I'm kind of new to songwriting, although I've been, doing it. But as far as the business and the moving around and the moving and shaking, I just know a lot of top songwriters and I've seen how they move. So it's like me, I'm more so moved on like an artist that can write some cool songs. You know what I mean? Now I'm understanding like, this is this and this is what it is, and just tapping in on that type of, you know what I mean? So I can lock in. But yeah, I forgot where I was.
No, well, listen, I'm with you. I got you.
Yeah, you got me. You got me.
Bring y'all back.
Bring me back.
Because my question is going to pressure, how you manage that. Oof. And resiliency, faith, how, like, what do you do? What is your methodology for managing the pressure?
Oh, Lord, I used to say smoke a lot of weed. I still do that from time to time, trying to stop. But every nigga always trying to stop smoking weed. But
it's hard in LA.
I know, right? It's hard out here, bro. I can go get an ounce for like $25 sometimes. I don't know. But it's cool. Let me see. The pressure, man. Oh, you just gotta pray. Stay prayed up and just know why you sit in that room. Honestly, it's like, it's no pressure when you know. Pressure is, when I first had my spiritual awakening in Atlanta, my girl was like, you just gonna say everything a demon. I mean, like, pressure is a demon. Like, why do I feel pressure when I know I'm sitting here from God to do this talent, this gift that I was given? You know what I mean? It's much deeper to me. So if I feel any pressure, I just feel like that's a fleshly thing. And I do feel it. I ain't acting like I don't feel it. Hell yeah, I be feeling pressure, especially when I'm the only writer in there. I be like, damn, they want me to, shit. I feel that all the time sometimes, but then not all the time. Every time I pray before a session, I'm good. It's just like, God, go pray before a lot of, when I pray before a lot of things, I'm fine. It's when I'm like ego and like am I? It's like, yeah, you're here, right? Obviously. So that's, I'm like, yeah. That's why I was like, my girl say everything, like, yeah, everything a demon. That's what I'm like.
Well, you know, it's funny. I was writing an intro for this show that was, I'm gonna try to remember it, kind of freestyle it. I learned scientifically that human beings, we can only see a slither of the potential frequencies that we can see. Our vision, because of our eyes and how they're made, can only see like the colors of the rainbow. But that's just like, if the potential frequencies that we can see are this big, that's like this.
Yes.
You know, there's a small range of frequencies that we can actually see. So when you say everything's a demon, I'm like, we really can't see.
Yeah.
Like, we really don't know. What we understand is atmosphere.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was joking with my mom. I was like, Mom, you think the wind is just something blowing.
Yeah.
Like, it might literally be a whole being.
Oh, God.
Because we can feel it.
Yes.
Cannot see it.
You feel me?
So something's brushing up against us all the time. And
you feel me?
It's just the wind blowing.
No,
girl, that's a whole Halliburton. What the hell
is that? I always like to ask people, like, what?
That's a whole, like, there is so much in this atmosphere that we can't see.
Yes.
And we can't just take for granted.
We can't.
That stuff is just chilling, or not a demon, or not a spirit. We can't see it. Like, I got another one. So, like, in my house, I have motion sensor lights that I installed all around.
Yeah.
And, like, one of them is always just, I'm like, it ain't nothing over there for you to be turning on. And it's like, in my mind, my mind goes, well, that's just a cheap Amazon light. That's why it's doing it. It's malfunctioning.
Yeah.
But I have to leave just 10% of my imagination available.
Yes.
90% of me thinks it's just a cheap product.
Yeah, yeah.
But there's 10%. I have to, the creative in me.
Yeah.
I have to leave 10% of my imagination available to believe there's something moving over there. There's a whole principality that's living in my house. Yes. And I don't really know, like I can't see it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there's something to be said for, like, your imagination and your girl being like, oh, you just think everything. But the truth is, that's your imagination.
Yeah.
And that's the creative in you that's leaving room to say, you know what? This whole thing is bigger than what I can perceive.
It is, yes. I always like to ask people, like, what realm are we?
What
realm are you operating in? I had this homeless man right by my building. We talk every day sometimes. And the sweetest guy, smartest as it's a choice. And you remind me, like, I grew up with a woke guy. Yeah, my brother was woke. So it's like that never gonna intimidate, scare me. I'm gonna always be like, oh, you good? We good, right? So he had asked me a question. And I could tell he was a little like, he didn't know if he should ask me. It's just like, even how I present, I'm a mass presenting lesbian. And he was talking pretty much about like England, and if every man is supposed to have, every man's a king, supposed to have their castle. That's what he was saying in England. And you know, me, I'm like fucking stud, you know what I mean? So, I'm like, so then it was bothering me for a little bit, because I was like, is he trying me? Like, but you know, I had to like not try me like on that, but it's just like, is he trying like not like on some like you could be my queen, not like that, but it's just like on some like, is he saying how I'm living my life is wrong? That's what I took. I was like, it was like, and I was like, how does this nigga get judge me? That's what I had went. But then, like I said, I had stopped in the other days because it was on my mind for like 3 days. I was like, let me think about some things. So then we talked again, and I was just like, I just want to know what RAM, you know, what are you, where are you operating at? Yeah. Where are you operating? So I know how to have this conversation with you. Cause I'm like, I'm operating on this. Are we operating on the physical where you just looking at man, woman, that's the end all be all? Then we can have that conversation, because I get that too. Oh, it's like, are we on some sight beyond sight? Cause it's like, the way you choose to live your life, you cannot just be operating on man versus woman, because you have given that whatever a man is supposed to have, you have given that up free will, because he's smart as hell. You know what I mean? So it's not like, it's like I said, the woke guys, they be so, but that's why I always just like know what realm people are operating on, because it's like some people are not here.
Some people are very checked out of the establishment of society. Yes,
you feel what I'm saying?
And we tend to marginalize those people because they're not productive within the context of society. I mean, they're not making money for somebody else.
And they made me think as deep as like, what happened? I was like, damn, the nigga that paid somebody to do some shit, that was an evil nigga. And then made me think about Sinners, how he paid, bro, you know, and his wife was like, oh man, it's like, bro, paying people for shit. Like, that was some fucked up shit, because it's like, it takes people, I mean, I understand the whole bartering thing, just sometimes my mind be going all different.
Listen, like, people who we can't, I don't want to get on this soapbox, but it seems to me that we socially discard people who do not play by the rules of being utilitarian. Like, what do I mean by that? They don't play by the rules of you using them to make whatever you want to make.
And that's pretty much him.
If people are choosing, have all the free will and capacity, and they're choosing to live outside. Yeah. They don't want to work for anybody. They don't want to pay taxes. They don't. Some people are choosing that. Not everybody.
Yeah, not everybody.
Not everybody.
Not everybody.
That is outside and not able to provide for themselves, and not choosing to provide for themselves. There's a lot of folks living outside or who are unhoused, who are struggling with mental illness and addiction. Like, that's a very real thing. Yeah. But there's also folks that are just simply choosing to live outside of the system.
And that's pretty much him.
You know, just choosing, like. And we tend to marginalize and completely discard folks that are like, you know, I'm tapping out of this. I don't even want to participate in the way Matrix. This system seems to work, which is that humans work and pay into a system that sometimes returns to them.
Yeah, and then that's what it is. It's like when people
Your homegirl put me on, man. Alex, she been putting me on. Like,
Alex. One of the ones, community, like, man. That's why it's important. Even
been reading books, and
that's why we all got to connect, like-minded. Us all, we looking the same feelings. It's like lesbians. We all I just love how we all come together when we do. You feel what I'm saying? It's like majority of the time we be homebodies, because I was asking all them people at the event. I was like, man, where are the lesbians?
Where the lesbians?
Where the lesbians at?
Somebody called him.
Like, call them. We are here. But then I was like, you know, a homie was like, you know, lesbians, we be in the house. I said, you're right. Niggas, the guys, the gay men, they be on the prowl. It's like, it's been at the end of the day. What you
outside.
Hey, you trying to see what's going on. Ladies, we like, I am not in the mood for all of that. Like,
with a whole bonnet on.
Exactly. You feel me?
Oh, God. I hate it here. All right, so, well, first of all, I want to circle things back, and I want to, first of all, thank you for coming and being a part of this podcast, Sight Unseen.
Thank you for having me.
I got to tell the story real quick. So, me and Suni were a part of a Black Queer Creators Summit last weekend, and we saw each other, we locked eyes, and I was just like, yo, you got to be on a podcast. Yeah. And that was less than a week ago.
I know, right?
And she pulled up, so there is power in community or power in building spaces where everybody can be seen, and Gender Amplified embodies that. And I definitely want to get you more involved with what we're doing.
Yes, please. I'm planning some stuff too. I definitely got to tap on you for sure. So yeah.
So look, let me give you the last word. I know you get this question a lot. Any advice for young aspiring producers? Your story is advice enough, but like put a bow on it. If you just have a last word that you want to give to our viewership, take your time.
I know, right? Look, I'm trying to like
let
dig
them use
deep
you.
and give y'all something
Let
real
them use
good.
you.
You know what I mean? Always follow your gut and your heart. And I always say, all right, boom, I just start saying this. You'll know it's time when your heart and your soul aligns for your purpose. So, yes.
Okay. You'll know it's time when your heart and your soul aligns with your purpose.
Yes, indeed.
So that's the last word. I want to thank all of y'all for watching. You know what it is. This is the Gender Amplified podcast. Gender Amplified is a nonprofit organization and music company that supports the advancement of women in music production, audio engineering, and gender expansive folks in music production, audio engineering. Check us out at genderamplified.org. We do camps, we do workshops, we hang out with cool people like Suni MF. And we got this podcast. So come back to the next installment next time. Until then, we'll see you.
Coming in here, the energy was already just open.
Even when we had the intro session, I was like, oh, it's gonna be a fun day because you're around like-minded individuals who all want to create something good, something groovy. So
I'm glad you're at the Control Room series and apply to our applications.
We started just like listening to music that everyone kind of put out or has worked on so that you kind of get a vibe of like who you're working with and understanding, okay, do we want to start something from scratch? Someone have a beat or a project that we kind of want to build on.
I think y'all voices will really complement each other.
Yeah.
You always want to have a producer in the room, a songwriter, a top liner, someone who does beat making. We also want to encourage other people to test out new roles that they haven't necessarily been given the opportunity to play really in a studio.
I felt like I was in Willy Wonka's factory this weekend, like being able to touch vintage gear that still works, that still sounds crazy.
the process becomes a lot easier when you're pooling resources, when we have someone like Mo who we can come reach out to for the technical points. And then we have Jewel in there who's, teaching us about the voice compression and different plugins that we can use.
Everything here is so structured. Everything here is like we feel safe.
I don't know, being here has been a breath of fresh air.